Hello there, my friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of From Patients to Superfans, where we dive into how to create amazing customer experiences your patients will rave about. My name is Matteo Trisolini. I help healthcare companies and teams start their customer experience revolution by turning their patients into brand ambassadors. As you can see today, we have a brand new layout and I'm so excited about it. On this side of the screen, I did it right. On this side of the screen, you see our topics for the day. So today we have 4 topics. We are going to talk about, first of all, who is your competition, right? And why that's important to nail down. I want to challenge you to change the way you think about it. Topic number 2 is about changing your culture and taking ownership of the culture you have in your workplace. And I explained to you in details how to get to that and why this is important. Topic number 3 is LinkedIn hacks. Well, initially when I set this show up, I thought, to bring two tips, 2 hacks, but actually it's going to be 3 because as of yesterday, something new happened on LinkedIn. So I needed to know about it. And then finally, the last topic today is Clubhouse. What is Clubhouse? If you don't know what it is, you have time to Google it right now because it's the hottest app and you don't want to miss out. So before we start, with the topics, I want to ask you a couple of things. One is, if you are watching live, I would love for you to go in the comment section and type #live to let me know you're watching live. If you're watching the replay, please go in the comments and use #replay so that I know that you were watching the replay. And second favor I want to ask you is, I would love to know where you guys are while you watch the show, whether it's replay or live. So put it in the comments where you're watching from. I'm going to disclose my location. I am not in Brooklyn this time around, Brooklyn, New York. I am actually down in Florida. I'm in Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale. Woo-hoo. If you're from anywhere around there, go ahead and put it in the comments. So are you guys ready to dive into this? Again, first topic is going to be about who is your competition? And that is exactly the question that I'm asking you. So first of all, think about it. Who's your competition? Put it in the comment notes because I know exactly what you guys are talking about. What are you thinking if I ask you this question? Every time I ask this question to anyone, even to my team, I get the same answers. I know you're thinking about the brand new doctor's office out there who is just opened up maybe next door to you or down the road or down the block, depending on where you live. If you live in Brooklyn, New York, like I do, you know that there's a doctor's office every other block, right? Now, maybe you're thinking about, how lucky they are. They opened this brand new office. It looks beautiful. They're going to steal patients away from me. Or you're thinking about your competition as the hospital, the local hospital, if you're a specialist specifically, right? Or you might be thinking that your competition is that Instagram plastic surgeon that is so popular and has thousands of viewers when they go live on Instagram. Or I know you're going to the TikTok dance doctor that is very popular, right? So, okay. So if you're thinking about these individuals or these categories, you're not completely wrong, but I have news for you. If you're obsessing with watching every move that they make and try to copy it or try to keep up with them, my friend, you are wasting your time. I want to challenge you to change the way that you think about your competition. And now if you're multitasking, please come back to me because this is very important to understand. I want to challenge you to change the way you think about your competition because your competition is everyone your patients will compare you to. And you know what? I forgot to do one thing that I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put on a timer because I want to value your time. Let's go back to our topic. So I wanted to change the way that you think about your competition and think that your competitors are everyone your patients will compare you to because there are a few things. One is we spend so much time, energy, and money in promoting our business, right? And try to be ahead of the competition as we do so. So it is important to nail down who our competitors are so that we can spend our time, energy, resources, and money the right way. So for you to just guess that you're competing with that particular doctor's office, you are just throwing money down the drain. If you have any comments, if you have any stories to share about this, please put them in the comments. I'll be happy to go through the comments as we go live, or I can go back during the replay and add some more value for you guys. But also to understand why your competition is everyone your patients will compare you to, we need to dive into and do a little game so that we make this a little more practical for you. So I want you to play this game. The game is basically called A Day in the Life of Your Patient. At my company, we own a pediatrics office in Brooklyn, New York. We have spent several days, hours, money, energy, mental energy researching who our patients are and what they do, what happens exactly during their day. So we know for sure that, for example, our patients wake up very early. They're brand new moms and dads. They wake up very early in the morning. They change the first diaper. They feed the baby. They change another diaper right away. By 7 o'clock a.m., they're ready to get out, not because they have to, but because they're exhausted already and they need to change scenario. They need to take the baby outside. They go out, and what do? They go to the local cafe, right? They need a coffee to wake up. Then they might go to the supermarket. Then they might go to the bank. And then they might go to my favorite place, right? They go to a hardware store. I'm going to say Lowe's because it's my favorite thing in the world, and I'll tell you why in a second. Then they remember that at 11 o'clock, they have an appointment with their doctor. So they come to us and they experience us. So whether that happens before, after, or during their day when they have already experienced somebody else's experience, the most important thing for you to understand is that if you can win by giving the best experience of the patient's day when they come to you, or when they call you, or when they email you, when they go in the patient portal, if you can win against the coffee shop, which is kind of tricky, or the bank, or my favorite, Lowe's, and trust me, it doesn't take much to win in terms of patient experience when they compare you with Lowe's, then you, my friend, have done your job. You have won over your true competition. When patients judge the type of experience that they have received by a healthcare provider, let me tell you, they will not compare it to the urgent care or the hospital or the other doctor's office they have been to like 2 months ago. They will compare it to everyone around us. So your competition, my friend, is your local supermarket, your the cafe, the Lowe's, or anywhere anyone they would compare you to. So I know this is a little, shift in the mindset, but if you have stories, if you have comments, if you have questions, just please go in the comments and I'll be happy to answer all of these for you guys. So now let's go into topic number 2. Topic number 2 is about why it is important for your company, in order to be able to deliver those amazing customer experiences to our patients. Why is it important that we have control over the culture? So I want to start with a little statement. I want to make sure you guys understand that let me put it here. Oh, I'm gonna put this up in a second. I want to make sure that you guys understand this. Your company, your team, your healthcare enterprise already has a culture, whether you want it or not, right? So my suggestion is, of course, for you to take control of that culture. Otherwise, the culture will control you. And the other point that I want to make is that a team that works well together towards the same goals but doesn't run on the same set of core values, of beliefs, is a team that eventually will just be able to produce and deliver transactions, but never experiences. And the jump from transaction to experiences really relies on what you as a company, you as an individual, believe in, upon your core values. So I know I'm talking abstract. I hear you. So I'm going to give you some practical things. And first of all, we are going to define what values are. You can think of the values that you, healthcare leader, or team leader or CEO or anyone in the C-suite who is listening. You can think of the values that you're going to choose for your company as the description of the desirable behavior that you want to see at work. So my recommendation is look deep inside of you and think, what is important to me? What is that value that I carry that is important for everything that I do, even outside of work? And the other good piece of news is that you don't need to come up with a set of 10, 20, 30 core values for your company to be successful. A good start is 3, and that's not difficult to achieve. So how do we do that? I promised you that I was going to go into details. And again, if you have any comments, if you have any story to share, please go into the comment section and I'll be happy to get to all the comments in a second. So how do we get to creating and establishing values? Let's make it concrete. I'm going to give you a practical exercise that we can all do together to come up with those values, but also I'm going to share one value that my company believes in. We have 10 core values, and one of them is be humble. And yes, it is as easy and as short as be humble. It's very relatable. Everybody can relate to being humble. Everybody can remember this core value, but also we believe it is important as a core value because it's at the base of being able individually and as a team to deliver and creating experiences and delivering those personal moments to our patients. Because by being humble, we always say, we should celebrate our successes, right? But we don't need to go out there and just flaunt our victories, how great we are, because our victories will speak for themselves. If you are humble, also, you put yourself in a situation where you can be a quiet listener. And now you can be open to actually listening, not just to your patients to anticipate their needs, but also to your teammates, because your teammates are also your customers. So I hope that this makes sense. And I hope that now it makes sense when we play this game that I'm going to tell you about in a second, that is going to help you come up with your first 3 core values. So let me put it up on the screen. Here we go. We're going to play the game of start, stop, and continue. All right, it's a simple game. It's, of course, in 3 steps. The first step is start. In this step, I want you to start writing down a list of core values, a list of behaviors you want to see at work that currently are not there. Again, I want you to write down a list of behaviors you would want to see at work, at home, outside, anywhere, but specifically at work, that are not currently happening. So we'll start writing this list. These are behaviors that you think might help your company, team, or enterprise to move forward, to achieve their goal, to fulfill the higher purpose that the company or the team has, right? So these are behaviors you wish to see. Step number 2 is stop. I want you to write down, of course, the list of behaviors you see at work that are currently happening that you can just live without, right? Those are behaviors that don't move the needle. They don't add any value. They don't move the company forward, especially in achieving the higher purpose and the vision of the company or the goal of the team, right? So you can apply this mindset to any size company or team. Now, step number 3 is continue. I want you to write down a list of behaviors that currently are in place that work. Even those that might need a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of improving, but they work to move everything forward. I want you to write down this list because I know that you do have those behaviors that are working. So now you have 3 lists. Once you have those 3 lists, my friend, most of the work is done. You have everything you need to start deciding what your first 3 core values for your company or team are going to be. Now you know what you would like to see. Now you know what you would like to stop immediately, and now you know what you would like to continue. So here it is. It's very simple. If you have any questions, if you have any stories to share with me about it, please feel free to put it in the comments or DM me, and I'll be happy to discuss this with you either on LinkedIn or here in the comment section. So let me go back to, we have about 8 minutes left. Okay, I'm going to be able to honor your time. How about that? Let's go back to the topics. We talked about topic number 1, topic number 2. We are now at topic number 3. LinkedIn hacks. I'm going to give you 2, and I'm going to give you a huge news about LinkedIn. So first of all, I want to make sure we all understand that first hack is about going live on LinkedIn. Not everyone is approved to go live on LinkedIn. To go live on LinkedIn is not like going live on Instagram or Facebook, where you can just pick up your phone and then just be live, right? You have to be approved. You have to submit a proposal in writing. Then you have to wait. And then if you get approved, you will have a kind of a limited list of third-party apps that are pre-approved by LinkedIn to stream live on their platform. So I use StreamYard. I like it. There's room for improvement for everything, but it's working for what I want to do. And what you're seeing right now is StreamYard. So once you create your broadcast on StreamYard for a future date, a post is immediately created on LinkedIn. That is the post that is linked right now to the stream-in that you're going to have in a week from today. What the first thing I do, so write down this little hack, is I copy that link, right? I have noticed in the past month or so that I watch other shows on LinkedIn and I follow these shows, but I used to receive notification of when the shows will be live streaming, so that on my phone I could just click on it and go straight and watch it on my phone as they were happening live. That has kind of stopped in the last month. So I believe that the algorithm and LinkedIn always moves, right? And changes things on you. So I believe that there's something is changing. So I also noticed that my viewers live were dropping while the replays were increasing. So I figured out that I could create a system myself. So what I do is I copy that link right away as soon as I create the broadcast, right? That's the LinkedIn link to my post for when I'm going live, right? I copy that, then I go back into LinkedIn and I create an event page on LinkedIn, because event pages on LinkedIn will give you the option to click on a little button that says this is a live stream on LinkedIn. I then paste that link into the event section, right? So that not only I have all my little nice picture, I have the description of the event, but it does say this is a live stream on LinkedIn, and this is the link you need to click on that day in case you don't get the notification on your phone. The other great thing about the event page on LinkedIn is that you are going to be able to invite your followers. So it's not passive anymore. You actively go and invite them, and you can invite them by industry, by geographic location, so you can be that precise, right, in who you are inviting to your live stream. What happens next is that if and when they accept your invitation, now they will be notified by LinkedIn via email the day before and a few hours before, or an hour before the live stream actually happens, because the event is happening at that time on that day. You can also post updates and notify everybody that you have invited and everybody who's attending as well. So that's another way to remind people to jump in and to watch the show. So that's why I like that. So let me pull this up, because of course in all of this, here we go. So what I like to do again, first tip is I like to create an event page on LinkedIn, so that way I'm reminded. So hack number 2 is about stories. LinkedIn has stories, as you may or may not know. They're only available to watch and to create on your mobile phone, not on the laptop, right? But there has been a change. First of all, they don't work as well as the Instagram stories or the Facebook stories, right? The viewers are a little limited. But the great news is that there has been a change, and I'm going to show you the change, because you can now add a link in your LinkedIn stories. You don't need to have 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 followers to do that, right? Like Instagram doesn't give you that unless you have, I believe, 10,000 followers, 50,000. I don't even know. But I noticed this, and I'm going to show you with a link. So let me take this with a video. So I was able to, and again, we're talking about adding a link to your LinkedIn stories. I'm going to show you a video on how to do this. I noticed this though, that not everyone has this feature yet. For example, I don't have it on my personal page, but I do have it on my personal profile, but I do have it on my page, on my company profile. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put it right here for you guys here at the stream. So look, here I am in my LinkedIn. I'm going to my story. I click on your story, and then I go, and this is my previous story. I'm going to add a new one. I'm going to go into my phone and look for the photo that I want to upload and then create the story for. And here's what's happening. Here, I'm going to pause it for a second. Oh, I didn't pause it. I am so sorry. I'm going to go back and show you again. Here, I'm going to pull this, I'm going to choose the photo. Once I choose the photo, you can see already on this beautiful pasta dish that I made myself. Once I do this, you can see on the top right corner, there's only two icons. There's the text and then the stickers, but there's no link. But now look at what happens if I do the same thing, but I choose to create a story from the Unicorn Experience School page, LinkedIn page. I do the same thing. I pull up the image. Now look, I'm going to pause this for you. Look at the top right corner. There is an icon to add a link. So now look at what happens. If you click on that, boom, you can actually add a link, my friend. So this is really great feature that LinkedIn has added, because I like to use it, for example, to promote my live stream. I can use that link, the web address from my live show post on LinkedIn, to add there, so that people will be able to, either if they are live or if they are doing replay the next day, to still look at the story and then just to scroll up, you swipe up and watch this show. The other thing that is happening is, well, two things, I'm sorry. But now, and this is for everyone, because I don't have the new feature that I'm going to announce in a second. Look, I'm going to show you on my phone. You can also copy and paste your profile photo. What you're seeing here is this show right now happening, right? It is broadcasted on my profile where we used to have the banner. So that's the banner space with our nice photo. This is our little icon photo, and this is the banner. The banner becomes your live show. This is a great little improvement. So you can actually copy the link to your profile and send it to your people to say, look, at this time, if you don't get the notification, I'm going to be live. Just go to my profile and you will find me. Woo. And with this, guys, let's go back to our last topic. If you have any questions, I forgot one thing. I'm so sorry. The last LinkedIn hack, actually, it's a news. They have just announced a couple of days ago on the 31st, I can't remember, that they are giving us, not all of us, of course, creator mode. So LinkedIn wants this platform to become a creator platform. They want us to come up with good content and produce content and share it. The good news about the creator mode is that it will allow us to move past our followers, because you will be able to define 5 areas of expertise that you talk about and create content for, that are going to have a much wider and broader reach. So not everybody has that. I don't have it. Some of the people I follow do have it, and I see what they're achieving with that. So this is for creators, and I think it could be used in healthcare to add value to our community. If you have been granted, and I just saw that the timer just reset itself, so I'm going to go over by a couple of minutes, but let me finish this. If you have been granted creator mode, please put it in the comments. I want to know who you are. I'm going to start following you every day on LinkedIn. And now, just to close, the last topic is Clubhouse. Do you guys know what Clubhouse is? It's a brand new, well, not brand new, but it's new app on iPhone only for now, although they are working on getting it on the Android. It's a brand new app. You can think of it as the live version of podcasting. Except that you don't just listen to one person talking. You, as a member, are able to create your own room with your own topic and then invite your followers to have a discussion about any topic. So people use it for personal. There are karaoke rooms there. I know some of you like that. And some other people use it for business. I have noticed that the healthcare industry is jumping in. There are amazing rooms happening full of doctors, full of innovators. There's the disruptor room that I belong to that is really exciting, right? Now, the good news is that, so this morning, for example, I was just listening into a room about about patient centricity, right? And I was invited, I was just in the audience, just listening in while I was walking my dog, and I was invited to jump in as a speaker to give my 5 cents. So I did give my 5 cents about what I think about patient centricity and how I don't like that word. It's just, we can have a whole LinkedIn live show about it, but basically it just shows you one side of the whole theme and topic of patient obsession, becoming obsessed about patients. But anyway, I was able to just jump in and say what I thought about it. And I went from my cute 49 followers to 67 followers now. How about that, right? Now, the news is that why is this important? Clubhouse is important is because one is that there's rumors that Twitter wants to buy it for like some $1 billion. And number two is that they just announced monetization, which means that now they're going to give some in Clubhouse the option to charge and to make money. It's not clear how you can charge. If you can charge to let people into the room or to let people on stage. I am not sure how they're going to use that. I don't have that. I only have 67 followers, but growing, yay. So that's why I think it's a good idea to be on the app. I know there's some controversy and all of that for security, but I see some really amazing healthcare rooms in there where value is added every day. And with this, all I want to do, guys, is to invite you to please share this show. If you'd like, please share it with your friends, post it again, repost it, but also join our online communities. We have two fantastic groups. One is on LinkedIn. It's called From Patients to Superfans, of course. And the other one, if you're not a LinkedIn person and you're on Facebook, there is a free Facebook group there as well. It's called the 5-Star Healthcare Customer Experience. And also, of course, find me on Clubhouse at Matteo Trisolini. Again, my name is Matteo Trisolini. I will see you all next time. If there are topics you would like to hear about or you're curious about, put it in the comments. I'll be happy to start chatting back and forth with you and create an episode of From Patients to Superfans. For that, if you want to be on the show, DM me, find me on LinkedIn, or put a comment here. I can't wait to see what you guys create. I will see you all next time.